I'm finally out thrifting again. I feel like I've been in a little bit of a thrifting rut.
And it officially ends today.
I absolutely do not need any Christmas stuff, but I'm gonna do a lap anyway. I just simply can't resist.
'Tis the season. I think these mugs are so cute, and this would be such a cute candy dish to go with.
Feeling pretty proud of myself so far. I successfully resisted the Christmas section.
This plate is so cute for like a wall gallery or a plate stand.
This is the cutest little vintage stocking ever. Oh my god, I'm dying. This one actually matches the stockings in our house, and it has a T on it for Tori. I might have to get that. Okay, I spoke too soon about getting out of the Christmas section successfully. I am just such a sucker for anything Christmas.
This little canoeing Santa, I die. $2.65. I'm actually really tempted. This is also such a beautiful little Christmas mug. This would be so cute for a spoon display.
Oh my god, I am dying. They have the cutest Christmas stuff today. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling. It's a whole set. These would be such cute plates for like cookies for Santa. Spotted. They've got some really cute bags and wrapping here too. I might grab a couple. This one even has a little dog on it. I feel like that's perfect for us. I would love to say I'm a wrapping paper person, but I'm just not. Oh my goodness. Is this a scrapbook? I've recently started kind of itching to get into a craft, and scrapbooking stuff is actually so expensive, you guys. Stop it right now. This is literally so cute, and it's $2. Did I find two? This one's just like a photo book, but how sweet. We've finally made it to the furniture, what I'm really here for. I'm looking for a couple of dressers and like a tall storage cabinet and maybe a bar cart. This is so beautiful, but I need something a little bit taller. This is so cool too, for like a side table. It says it's a wooden jewelry table, $14. That's amazing. What a gorgeous vintage clock. They're asking over $300 for that though. That feels a little bit steep, especially because it also looks broken. Okay, this is very quickly just turning into a we're thrifting for whatever calls to us today. Found these really cute, cozy little Western slippers. These are so sick. That's actually super cute. I have a lot of stuff in this color, or I would totally get that. Made it to store number 2. This one has by far the biggest furniture selection. They're really busy, so hopefully it's not too picked over.
We are beelining for the furniture to avoid temptation.
How cute.
Okay, hear me out. This is such a cool little cabinet. It definitely needs some TLC that I don't know if I'm willing to put in. And you know we're gonna look at the cowboy boots.
Does that say $8? I might have to try these on.
Not sure who chose to display this upside down, but this horse coffee table is so unique. And I feel like this could be a really fun piece of decor as well. Ugh, and the jackets. I love the jackets.
That store was kind of a bust. I did end up getting those boots. They were only $8 and they fit perfect. It's always a good day when I find a good pair of cowboy boots, but I really had my hopes the highest for this store as far as like furniture and storage solutions, and I found none. The next store is pretty furniture heavy too, so crossing our fingers. If not, I'm going to go to Goodwill as like a last ditch effort. That is always an option, but sometimes a thrift day is just not the thrift day, and I can always continue this mission like another day this week. That's like my biggest tip for finding things, is going often, especially because I'm out on a Saturday right now. There's a lot more people out and it's later in the day, so the good things have been got, you know, but they're constantly putting new things on the floor. So especially when I'm looking for something super specific, I'm going to the thrift stores a couple of times a week, just keeping my eye out. Stop it right now. Do I need this for our patio? That's amazing. These are such gorgeous curtains. We have some curtains in our guest room, but they're usually open, and I was looking for some white sheer curtains, but I feel like these could be really cute. It's a set of 2 for $8.
I decided to pop in Habitat for Humanity. This dresser is gorgeous, but so expensive. This bar cart, though, is really catching my attention. I love the slide-out counter. We had one of those in our camper van, and I feel like it made a really great use of space. There's also so much storage in here. I feel like I've definitely been on the struggle bus recently. Life's been a little bit of a dumpster fire, hot mess express kind of vibes, but no thrift trip is complete without a haul. So I figured we could start with the shoes because cowboy boot finds are my favorite finds. I got these for only $8, which is amazing. I feel like cowboy boots can sometimes end up on the higher end of the thrift price tag in and around the $20 range. Because cowboy boots by nature are typically very expensive, that is still a steal to me, but the fact that I got these for $8, I just thought the arrow details were so cute and fun. Still have our very traditional toe detail. So with like a boot cut pair of jeans, I feel like this is just going to be a really nice staple darker brown boot. But the arrow stitching on the upper part of the boot is so cute, and I don't have anything like it. My collection's growing, so I started to have to be a little bit more picky, so I'm not buying duplicates because I'm running out of room on my shelf. But the willpower was low this day, and if the shoe fits. I also found 2 really cool pairs of slippers for Josh. We are big house shoe people because our dogs are always leaving bones, toys, etc. all over the floor. There's one bone in particular that's like stepping on a Lego. So house shoes are a must, but I just thought these ones were so cool. The Western kind of pattern on these, they just look so comfy cozy. Shoot, I can't really read that. I'm not 100% sure what that says, but if you guys know this brand, let me know. They're a large size 9 or 10, so I thought those would work for Josh. And then these ones give me more like camp slipper vibe. They even say warm up on the bottom, which I thought was cute. The original warm up brand is Deer Foams. These just look like the coziest little sleeping bags for your feet, and I think he's gonna love them. Let's move on to the clothes, shall we? My favorite part always. I will do a try on for everything as well, and I haven't tried on yet, so fingers crossed for me. I'd love to say I'm a person that tries on in the store, but I simply cannot be bothered. I would rather just take the L. I am so freaking excited about these pants, you guys. They are a long jogger style camo pant, and they've got the cargo pockets and everything, which I love. They're like wanting to be a denim material, but they're a little bit softer, so I think they're going to be really comfortable. I'm not seeing a brand name anywhere on these. They're a size medium, which should be perfection. But what really sold me on these pants is it has the adjusters so you can make the waist fit you perfectly. I remember growing up they had this on like all of my jeans, and I'm honestly sad that we don't do this on more adult pants because finding the perfect fit is so hard. I think these are just such a versatile pant and they really fit my aesthetic. I feel like I could dress them up with like a more edgy, kind of fancier top and a cool black boot, but I could also dress these down for a day of fishing or something like that. Even with just like a denim shirt like this, these were such a good find, and I put them down actually to try on one of the coats I ended up getting, and someone almost snagged them and ran off, and I was like, oh no! So this is your sign if you find something really good at the thrift store. Make sure that you don't let it out of your sight because I almost lost these. So many of the things that I bought this trip do not have brand tags, but I just grabbed this gray sweater. It is so soft. I am so particular about sweaters. I am just very big into my clothes feeling nice on my body, and I have owned so many sweaters that were so cute, but every time I put them on, I'm just like, immediately know. And I typically lean more brown tan when I'm going neutral, so I wanted to have a gray option. I've been seeing everybody style these sweaters with like silky or lacy skirts this holiday season, and I think it is so cute and like a comfortable, effortless kind of holiday look. So I paid $6 at the DI for this, so that felt like a pretty good deal. I feel like at the DI specifically, things are usually priced for $6 or $8, so we love that. This coat though, you guys, might be the find of the trip. This is a 9 West full length winter coat. This texture is actually so soft. I wasn't sure when I first saw it if it was going to be scratchy or soft, but it is so amazing, and it kind of gives that like Sherpa, like cozy coat vibe. So I feel like this would be really cute over like a gray sweat set or with a fancier outfit. This is actually the coat that almost cost me the camo pants, but honestly, I think it would have been worth it. And as a thrifter, I will never, I repeat, never pass up the jacket section. But I tend to go for like more stylish jackets and not really practical ones. And I love to be cozy, so I was really interested in finding a full-length coat that I can use to dress up my go-to winter outfit, which is a sweat set. And honestly, it was just a really good day for coats because I also found this amazing like fur-looking black coat. I tried this on immediately in the store and was sold. It looked so cute with the outfit I had on that day. I've been seeing like really big, bougie like fur coats all over my Pinterest board, especially for Western outfits. With a cowboy hat, I feel like it's just such a moment, and I wanted to join in on the fun. And this is the perfect coat, and I didn't have to spend a small fortune on fur. I love the kind of chunky collar on this, and I feel like, again, this is a coat that I could easily dress up quite fancy or really dress down, like if I did the camo pants and like a black lacy top with this over top and like a black combat boot. I feel like this could be such a fun, edgy night out outfit, but I could also just throw this over a workout set on the way to the gym. I've been all about versatility lately. My closet, I feel like, is feeling quite complete. So I've been trying to get a little bit more intentional about the things that I'm bringing into the closet serving more than one purpose. As much as I love putting together like a stunner outfit, I'm trying to remind myself if it's not something I'm going to wear more than once or fairly often, it's just going to take up space in my closet, which is very limited. Closet clean out coming soon. And that was what I found for clothing. I didn't really have an agenda for this trip. I was really just trying to get back in my thrifting mojo because I just haven't been feeling it for a while now. And I think a lot of that is because my closet is feeling really complete and I'm loving getting dressed in the morning and there's not anything I'm really looking for. But this trip is just what I needed to feel something again, and I'm so happy. Next, we'll move on to home and holiday. I really did just peruse the entire store. You really never know what's hiding in there, so I tend to make a habit of doing this every time I go. Even if I'm looking for something really specific, I am gonna do a lap. I found these really great set of two kind of like mid-weight fabric curtains. I don't know how to describe this texture, maybe like a linen. It's gonna let in some nice light, but like you're not gonna see what's behind it, if that makes sense. And I thought these would be perfect for this awkward entryway right here. I feel like our living room is so cute, but this corner is just always a disaster between our coat rack, especially in the winter, Josh's things for work, and just my aggressive amount of bags and shoes that I've collected through all of my thrift trips. It's just kind of always looking like a little bit of a mess over there. And I don't know if any of you guys are like this, but I simply can't relax when things are feeling cluttered or messy. So my solution is to just hide it so I can't see it, since I simply can't seem to get it organized. So that's kind of the plan that I had for these two curtains. I also thought they might look good in the guest room, so TBD on where I hang them up. But that's the current plan. I feel like they fit with like the textures and the color palette of the living room. We'll just kind of make that eyesore go away. Little fun fact about our house, whoever renovated it before we bought it removed all of the closet doors, including the ones in both the bedrooms and the hallways. And framing out new doors and getting doors from the hardware store is quite expensive. So we've just really been jumping on the curtain bandwagon. And I honestly don't hate it. I feel like it adds a lot of really beautiful texture, which I love. You guys, I'm like sweating. I didn't even do the try on yet. I also did end up getting that gorgeous little bar cart. I don't know what it is technically, but with the slide out counter element, it's definitely giving bar cart to me. And I turned it into the cutest little coffee corner. And they let me spin a wheel at checkout. I'm so glad I decided last minute, instead of going to Goodwill, to go to the Habitat for Humanity, since I was kind of looking for furniture that seemed like probably a better bet. But they let me spin the wheel at checkout and I got it for 40% off. So it was originally $45 and I think I ended up paying like $26, $27. Don't come for me. Math is not my strong suit. And to be honest, I really wasn't listening that closely to checkout. I was already so sold on getting it, and the 40% off was just like the icing on the cake. But we live in an 800 square foot house, so we have to really make good use of every little nook and cranny. And we've got a lot of appliances in our kitchen, which is quite small, and it was just kind of starting to feel really crowded. And we had this awkward corner behind the dining table that just wasn't really being put to good use. This has been simply the best change. We've got our tea kettle and our espresso maker there, and the cutest little setup of like mugs, tea bags, that kind of stuff, and I'm loving it. Also, with the storage underneath, it's given us a really great place to put our toaster and our air fryer, so those are no longer eating up our very valuable counter space. And last but not least is the holiday stuff, because I can't resist anything Christmas. I have found some of the most beautiful and the most unique Christmas decor, and I don't really need a ton more, so I'm always just kind of looking for little things, ornaments for the tree, anything I might not have, which is probably not much because I'm a Christmas freak. But I would say over 90% of all of our Christmas decor in the whole house is thrifted, and you will never catch me buying Christmas decorations new ever. Holiday decor has gotten so expensive, and I feel like the trends for Christmas change every year. So I've really loved kind of honing in on what Christmas feels nostalgic and magical for me, which is more of like kind of your 90s like grandma Christmas. It just makes the house feel so cozy and reminds me of my childhood. So this is your reminder that you do not need to change your Christmas decor every year based on what's trending, but really start leaning into what makes you feel the Christmas magic. Just this really cute little metal lantern. I don't know if I'll put this inside or outside. Maybe a little tea light in here would be sweet. But I just love a trinket, and I especially love a Christmas trinket. Next is the hot pad that had the little barn and the cow on it. This is just so stupid cute and really fits the vibe of our house. I actually have a little red barn lamp in our kitchen that I thrifted as well, so I feel like we're really going for like that kind of rustic vibe. This was $2.15, and I'm actually so excited about this because I don't know where all of our hot pads have gone, but they have gone. They are nowhere to be found. I don't know if they got ruined or the laundry machine ate them or what, but we desperately needed another one, and this one was just too perfect to pass up. And maybe someday I'll get my very own little red barn and a cow. Like I said, I'm always looking for ornaments. I love having ones that are unique and eclectic, and I love that our tree is just like a mashup of all the things we love the most. We're big outdoorsy people, so I thought this little bear building a snowman was so precious. This was $155. And then our tree has a little bit of like a woodland, outdoorsy kind of vibe to it. So I also got this, also $155. Cutie little bird with a little scarf on it. I did also end up getting the two Christmas scrapbooks. One is just a traditional photo book, but is just so beautiful. And the scrapbook has a little bit of a dent on the front, but I feel like for $2 and what scrapbooks usually cost, like $50, this was such a good find. And the spine is so cute on like a bookshelf, and I can't wait to fill these with all of our family's Christmas memories. And I also grabbed some gift bags. Last but not least for this little haul, I did end up picking up the stocking with the tea on it. We have two stockings, but I would love to have one for the dogs as well. And this one was just so fitting because it had my initial. So now we have a set of 3, which is awesome. And this one actually kind of goes with the 2 that I have from a previous year, because a lot of the things I get over the years are thrifted. We kind of go for the mismatch vibe, especially with stockings. I feel like my mom always ordered like custom engraved ones, but every year they put out new lines, change out the fabric manufacturers, etc. So sometimes it can be really hard to like add to a set. So We're embracing the mismatch kind of quirky Christmas vibe. This was $3.25 and is the perfect addition to our little set, and I'm so excited about this haul. I had no idea how this trip would go. It is so hit or miss with thrifting, but I was just in such a rut. I just needed to get out and go, and the thrift store delivered as always.